Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? This episode of Level Up is brought to you by Transistor.fm. You want to start your own podcast? We use Transistor.fm to publish each episode of Level Up, and they help us distribute it to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It can seem complicated to launch a podcast, but Transistor makes it super easy to get set up and start posting. They also give us stats on our most popular episodes. I love tracking the analytics and seeing which episodes you guys are loving the most so I can create better content for you. So if you have a podcast idea and want to get started, you can use Transistor as your host account, and you can get 15% off your first year when you sign up at transistor.fm/levelup. transistor.fm/levelup. Again, that's transistor.fm/levelup for 15% off your first year. Welcome. Hello, my Level Up family. I am so happy to be here with you today. Last week, we spoke about success and family. See, here's the thing. I want you to know you can build the career of your dreams, the business of your dreams, the life of your dreams, and at the same time, be fully present and build an amazing family. So that was last week's podcast topic. And today our topic is we rise by lifting others. And I want you all to know the power, the absolute power that you have inside of you, the power of possibility, the power of leadership, the power of influence, the power to lift others up. We rise when we lift others. When we rise, people follow. When we rise, we show others what is possible. That's the best part of leveling up. We not only inspire ourselves, but we inspire every single person around us. So many of you know my story. I became an entrepreneur in 2006, and I didn't just people, whatever you do for a living, right? Or whatever you're passionate about. That might be a business. It might be, you're an athlete. You can go into it many different ways. Like once I started this, okay, I was in it. There was no back door. It was slammed. Like I nailed it. I threw away the key. I burned the boats. I made a declaration. Like I was like, this is powerful. And I remember launching my business, and I might have talked about this on past podcasts. Like I called people up, like I had like oxygen that I wanted to share with people. Like, you need to be here. You need to hear about this. And I remember standing up in front of them, you guys, 24 hours after I jumped into a business that I didn't know that much about. And I said, here's the deal. And I, went through the facts. This is what I'm starting. This is why I'm starting. This is where I'm going. But one of the things I said is, this is why I invited you here. I made everybody feel amazing. And I said, but there's something you need to know about me. I'm not giving it a try. I'm not giving it a whirl. I will be here. I will be the light. I will see this through. And I made like declarations that didn't come from income. It didn't come from evidence. It didn't come from success. I remember I was 2 days after starting my business, and I wrote a letter to myself. And it was 2 days after I decided to step out in faith and become an entrepreneur. And I wrote a letter to myself. Today I am. This is what I will be. This is my declaration. And I signed it. I was crystal clear. Recently I read a book, and the title of the book is There's No Plan B for Your A Game by Bo Eason. And one of the chapters was on making a declaration. And it really dawned on me, like, that's what I did. That was the major difference that did play a role in my success. Think about the Declaration of Independence. It's a story from 250 years ago. The founding fathers of the United States of America declared who we were going to be as a country. Like, think about that. That's powerful. They declared it, and me, you, our country, we're living it. We're living it out every single day. This is who we are, right? This is what it says. This is who we are. This is how we live. These are our values. This is what we believe. This is the freedom we claim. So, like, think about how powerful that is. Now, let's think about your declaration for your success, for your vision, for your business, for your future success. Here's the greatest thing. It has the power to lift others. This is who we are. This is our vision. This is our mission. This is our level of excellence. This is our level of joy. We empower others. We are the light for the world. You know, every time somebody does something, it gives other people permission to rise up. We rise by lifting others. Declare what you want. Declare what you are going to create. Declare the level that you are going to achieve. It is time to live it out. Think of your declaration as your legacy. It's going to live on long after you if it's powerful enough. When you have a single-minded determination, after a while, we talk about this in the law of attraction, the world begins to conspire with you. Situations, people, opportunities, the universe conspires with you. I'm going to go over 8 tips, examples really, how when we rise, we lift others. Number 1, you have to take quitting off the table. You have to. It's not inspiring if there's an easy way. It's not inspiring. Nobody wants to follow anyone who's going to look over their shoulder and look for a back door. No back door. No deadline, right? I'm giving this 3 months. No. I'm doing this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to create this. I'm going to pave the way. I'm going to be evidence. No timeline. Burn the boats. You will never perform at your greatest ability if you live on the shore of safety. If you have an exit plan, it is impossible to lift other people. Okay. Number 2, create a vision for your life. We're always talking about vision, to level up, to be successful, to push on. Like, it's all about vision. Create a vision so big, so bold, so courageous, so vibrant that others can see themselves in your vision. Like, where are you going? Who are you? Like, what do you stand for? What are you creating? You are painting a picture of the future reality of your success. What other people tell you, right? If other people tell you it's impossible, that's out the door. You've got a vision, and their words are meaningless. Make decisions based on your future self. Remove distractions that do not serve your future self. 3, have big goals. Having small goals, they don't lift other people. They don't inspire people to move. Be really specific with your goals. Being successful, it's not a goal. Trying isn't a goal. Seeing how it goes isn't a goal. I even think when somebody says, I'm going to do the best I can, what does that even mean? I'm going to be the best is different than I'm going to do the best I can. That's based on emotion. My goal when I became an entrepreneur, I was going to build one of the largest organizations in my company. Like, that was my declaration. It was my vision to help as many leaders rise as humanly possible. Be specific. I was so specific with what I was on a mission to create. Anything else was off the table. Don't be here to be good. Don't be here to do enough. We lift others when we always have something that we are reaching for. You always want to have something past the goal that you're currently working towards, something that you look forward to. Enjoy it when you promote. Like, I'm all about it. I love celebrations, but here's the thing. Get back to work. You have lives to change. And every single time you expand your goal, every single time you expand, I should say your goal is to be hungry for more. We have the ability to lift others when we don't arrive, when we always have a goal, right? When we arrive, we lose the ability to lift others up. True success is not so much about us. It's so much more than that. Level up so you can lift others to their greatness. Raise your goal. Rise so others can catch your passion. We have potential that we can't even grasp. You were born for greatness. Greatness lifts others. It wasn't an option. This is where your declaration shows up in the book that I'm reading by Bo Eason. He made a declaration to be the best safety in the NFL. He made the declaration at 9 years old. He drew a picture. He looked at it every day and he practiced like he was the best. And here's the thing. When he was in high school, a pro never came out of his high school before him. There was no evidence. He paved the way. Bo played in the NFL. He became the best safety. But here's a perfect example of when we rise, when we lift others. 4 boys on his team also made the NFL. No one from his school ever made the pros before him, and no one from his school ever made the pros after they all graduated. Those 4 boys became motivated because one boy made a declaration. Whatever you do, you have that much power to influence others with your vision, the way you practice, the way you think, the way you speak to yourself in the mirror, and certainly the way you speak to others. Because without knowing specifics, I can guarantee he looked at team members and said, I am going to be the best safety. I am going to play in the NFL. You can too. And when we go first and when we believe something is possible, people rise. Number 4, work through obstacles. Love the journey. The obstacles are there to grow us, to challenge us, to evolve us, to force us to level up. Some days, whatever you're building, you're going to go backwards. And the only thing that matters is that you grow through it. This is how we learn. Every time I've grown through an obstacle, I've achieved my next level of greatness. This is where your ability to lift others lives. We all fall from time to time. Each time we rise, we are better. We are stronger. Our love is deeper. Our why is bigger. And we build this thing called resilience. People hear hard work today. They hear the word struggle today, and they don't like it. And I want to be really transparent with you. To be successful, to live a life that most people dream about, you guys, my friends, it takes a serious work ethic to truly build it big. Will take hard work and it will take struggle, because when you're growing, evolving, changing, leveling up, it's uncomfortable. Showing up, it's important. Like whatever you do for a living, don't you hear? It's important to show up. It's important to show up. But let's be real here. It's not enough. Showing up isn't enough. It's something, but I'm not here for brownie points. Are you here for brownie points? I'm not here for a pat on the back. You here for a pat on the back? I'm not here for somebody to tell me you're amazing. No. Too often people believe that they can make money without really doing what it takes to succeed. We live in a world with entitlement. You know the world I love? A merit-based world. I don't want a trophy for participation. That's not the world I'm from. Success is earned. Nothing truly great in the history of this world ever happened without hard work. Most people in life, they won't commit to it. They won't commit to growing through the struggle. So guess what happens? They never get better. They never reach their potential. They never know how far they could go. They miss the opportunity to lift others. And I'd love to tell you that you're going to hit 1 or 2 bumps on your journey to success, and then it'll be smooth sailing. That's not true. But you know what happens? Most people, they hit 1 or 2 bumps, and they literally go back to their comfort zone. Not to achieve greatness. You can do that in your comfort zone, 1 or 2 bumps, had a bad day. You can do that, by being less than you were made for. Now, some would say in life, I don't want the extra stress. I want to do my job. And when my day is over, I want to leave everything at work. I don't want to take it home with me. And I got to be so honest here. You guys know that I'm always going to be honest, but I'm going to wrap it with love. I'm not talking to you then. Not right now. Because it requires a whole different level. With growth comes obstacles. I'm here for it. And I'm asking you to be here for it as well. And every time I hit an obstacle, I see it as that quiet little voice in my head saying, Deb, how bad do you really want it? Number 5. I love this one because it's so powerful. And most of the times it's so missed. Practice. What do you do? What do you want to be the best at? What do you want to excel at? What do you want to grow at? What is your business? What is your sport? What is it? Practice like a beast. You know, most people have interest in being successful. Very few people are committed. Very few people. We did an episode on winning in the dark. Most people they don't do that's a fact. You know, we've heard to really become a professional at something, you need to invest 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. Whatever you're building right now, if you're sitting in a little bit of a valley and you're sitting in a place that you're like, I want more. Have you invested 10? And if you have invested 10,000 hours and you're still not getting the results you want, you need to go to somebody for coaching. Okay. Because the reality is, if you're not improving, you need to make a change, because the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing and expecting a different result. But the facts are most people don't practice. People want to do the bare minimum, and they wonder why they aren't improving. They wonder why they aren't succeeding. Stand in front of a mirror. If you're in a business of sales, and first of all, let me tell you this. Every one of us are in a business of sales. You know the first thing you're selling when you show up anywhere? You. You have one opportunity to make a first impression. Do you make eye contact? Do you speak with conviction? Do you talk with confidence? How are your shoulders? Are you standing back? Like everything, when people look at me and say, I can't sell, I go, oh, all right. Then you don't want to be an entrepreneur. Okay. All right. Because that's required. And to be successful at anything, it does require selling, and you're selling you. So stand in front of that mirror, practice, do a presentation, go through your products, go through your business, go through how you're speaking, whatever it is, over and over and over. Like until you look in the mirror and you're inspired, you'd follow you. You'd want to be led by you until you can feel, right? Until you can feel it, and practice every day. Treat success like an athlete who committed to the pros. The ones that make it to the NFL and all of the pros, they worked harder than anybody else. They were committed to being the best in their field. Amateurs treat sports like a hobby. And quite honestly, that's okay. To most people, sports are a hobby. But guess what? You could look at that in a business. Everybody would love to be a professional, but most people treat a business like a hobby, and they're going to get a hobby result. That is not the way to lift others in the professional arena. I want to be around the best. I want to practice like the best, walk like the best, build like the best, train like the best. Are you willing to invest a decade plus to be your best? That's how we lift others. Every day you get better, you inspire others to be more. Number 6, be committed. People follow commitment. Average people are in and out. Average people get motivated at what they're doing. Maybe they'll listen to a great podcast, or they'll look at a great meme, or they go to a great training, and I am motivated, but it wears off. We lift others when we're committed, when we stay the course, when we do what we said we are going to do. When you are truly committed, you're growing through anything that comes your way. You know it's just part of the journey. When we commit, we build trust. When others trust you, they follow you. Are you willing to make a commitment that will last for decades? That's the level of commitment that lifts others. Number 7, be obsessed to raise your game. If you have made a real declaration that this is going to happen, like no matter what, it may take some longer than other people, right? But you all know that it's possible. Know in your mind it will happen unless you proactively make a conscious decision to choose to be average, to choose to be less than your best, to choose mediocrity instead. And here's the thing. People do it all the time. They don't declare they're going to be mediocre, but that's what they do. They settle for less than their best. And we rise by lifting others. Here is the great part about having a declaration. We carry others along with us. People will get caught up in your declaration. Others will get caught up in your vision, your urgency, your energy. If others feel you are expanding and growing, it becomes contagious. Be obsessed so you can help others rise. Number 8, commit to growing you. To lift others, you must become your very best. See yourself successful. Feel the lives you are impacting. Invest in expansion. Invest in growing you. Shut the TV off. Read more. Commit to personal growth. Personal growth isn't working your business. Whatever you do for a living. So when people say, oh, I read for 2 hours. Awesome. Personal growth isn't working your business. See, it's building you so you can go out and work your business, profession better. Get up early. When you have a big vision for yourself, it changes what you do on a daily basis. Successful people have high achieving habits. And we did a podcast back on that a while ago. We all have the ability to lift others. We rise when we lift others. We rise when we influence the people around us to be more. And that goes for our team, people who work for us, our friends, your teammates, your family. Leadership is influence, and influence is leadership. We rise by lifting others. Others rise by our declaration, our vision, our example, our energy, and our goals. God gave you the gift of leadership, and it is time to be your best, your very best, to break your records, to commit to new heights, so others believe they can too. So next week, we're going to be talking about elimination. We look at the next level of our success, and sometimes we think, oh my God, it's going to be adding more to our plate. In order to expand, in order to level up, it requires removing things from your life that are not in alignment with your future self. Wishing you an incredible week. Love you, my friends.